It's good and bad. I mean, obviously, we have Northland coming in, which is a non-conference, and then the Green Bay, which is an exhibition for us. But we don't play a conference game again until after the new year. And when things are clicking offensively and you're playing well, you want to keep playing. But I also know we're a little bit beat up. The guys are mentally tired. So now it's kind of a challenge here of trying to keep the chemistry and the level where it's at, while at the same time getting everybody recovered. Trying to take a few extra days off here and get their bodies feeling right and get their minds right for the long haul stretch of the conference season. But today was great. I mean, they came out with that same competitive juice and really guarded and didn't let them get comfortable. And once again, we shared the ball. I mean, there's 6 guys in double figures. That's impressive no matter what the level of basketball is, and 21 assists is great.
Pete starts off on the right foot for you, gets a dunk right off the bat, and it just seemed to kind of set the tone for what you were going to do offensively.
100%. And I mean, the thing about that is, I mean, it goes into Dawson. He's in there. He went 6 of 6 again, and every time he's in there, there's 3, 4, 5 guys kind of looking at him. They're not going to leave Marcus, and guys are stepping up and making the plays. I mean, Dawson made a great pass. Pete made a good cut. Starting off with the dunk is awesome.
And certainly from there, you don't need, again, Marcus to put up 30 points. He puts up 15 in this one, and you, with that kind of balance now, you've got threats everywhere.
Yeah, and I mean, we were talking about it as a staff this morning at shoot around. I don't know. There's gonna be teams at some point say let's make Marcus go get 40 and guard everybody else. And 3 weeks ago, that would have been kind of crazy. When everybody, I think, was so geared in, people probably thought we were a little bit of a one-man show. And I mean, Dawson's been drawing that attention all along, and now so many guys are making threes, and they're going to be afraid to leave them. And when you have 5, 6 guys that can get to double figures, and not only that, I mean, Schmeinda's been in double figures this year. Josh and Nate can get there. I mean, you got the threat of 9 or 10 different guys that can all get in double figures on any given night, and that makes you hard to guard.
Certainly, having Ty back and healthy is a big deal too. I mean, he hit 4?
I mean, you talk about somebody that can space the floor. I mean, when Ty steps across half court, teams are going to start picking him up, and he's a special shooter, and he shoots it with confidence, and he'll shoot it from deep, and he'll shoot it in transition, and whether he's making or missing threes, if you watch the last 2 games, there's going to be space on the floor for Dawson to work and Pete to work and Marcus to work and other guys to do things, because there's going to be a guy all the way out on Ty.
And we're also seeing Gabe step up and you start to use his size effectively, and that helps too, doesn't it?
Oh, Gabe just eats everybody up on defense. I mean, you can put him on 1 through 5, and guys are trying to get rid of the ball when they see him. I mean, he's so long, and he's so intense with it and plays hard. So I was happy to see him get some buckets today. I mean, we're counting on him mostly for his defensive stuff, but it was an awesome game for him.
You're 2-0 to start conference play. It's a great spot to be to start off the year, isn't it?
100%. We kind of talked that this was a little bit, almost like a first portion of the season playoffs with such a long break before we kind of get back into games that are going to really count on our record. And it would have just been a shame, and not taking winning and losing out of it if we didn't come out and kind of play our best. And we didn't have the best week of practice early on, and I know there's a lot going on in their heads with school and finals coming up. And we just talked about let's make sure on Thursday and Saturday that we play our best. And I thought our guys did a pretty good job of being locked in and being intense and playing with great enthusiasm.
Considering with the lack of success you guys have had as far as wins go the last couple of years, how important is it to have games like the 2 this weekend where you don't let up, you keep pressing, you keep getting baskets, and keep pushing forward?
And that's things we talk about. I mean, obviously in games like this, when you have a big lead, it can easily start getting sloppy, and it's not like you're trying to run a score up or you're just trying to stay sharp. and not create bad habits. And we haven't been a great team the last couple of years in terms of being able to do that. So we need as much experience as we can of trying to play the full 40 minutes at a high level. And our guys were doing pretty well at that. I thought the first media of both halves, we kind of came out and were a little loose. And then we checked ourselves and found it and started playing a little harder. And that's what we need to do.